it's a pleasure to welcome you to the opening day of the 38th Annual Hampton Classic Horse Show. As we all feel like clapping on a day like today. We wait all year for this. As always, we have a lot in store for you both today and throughout the week, including some new twists to the Hampton Classic, starting with this gorgeous chalet of our newest partner, and it reflects the style and elegance of Longines, and we're so thrilled to have Longines here. Thank you. Obviously, putting together an event of the magnitude of the Hampton Classic is a major undertaking. It takes a very large team, a very talented team. And at this time, I'd like to introduce the head of our team, the president of the Hampton Classic Board of Directors, Dennis Susskind.
Thank you, Marty. I'm actually the large part of that example. I'm the large part, and Jeanette's the talented part. It's my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Hampton Classic. As I've commented in the past, your presence is extremely important to us. You sort of get out the news that we run a great horse show that's safe for our equestrians, it's safe for our spectators, and it's a real event. As you can see, every year we learn something new. Last year we found out, after 37 years, that having good weather was a plus, so this year we've brought back that good weather. The weather forecast, I shouldn't say this, but the weather forecast is fantastic for the week, so this should be really a spectacular year. We have a tremendous amount of equestrians. We had to close it off really very early this year. We're totally full of, all our classes are full of the best riders and the best horses around this country, and so we're looking for some great competition. When you go and look through the boutiques, or you look through our sponsors, and you see our newest big sponsor is Longines, and we're really delighted to have them.
Who makes it happen is our executive director, Jeanette Cohen.
Thank you very much, Marty, and thank you, Dennis. Thank you to all of you, press, who are here today to kick off the 38th Hampton Classic Horse Show. I could not ask for a more gorgeous day, and I think the weather's going to be the constant refrain, but I'm just giddy that the weather report looks so good for the next 8 days.
This year we are truly blessed with a new partner who has come in and right from the start worked closely with us and is already doing so much to help make what was already a great event even better. So I'd like to ask you at this time to please welcome the Vice President and Head of International Marketing for Longines, Juan Carlos Capelli.
Thank you, Marty. Ladies and gentlemen, dear partner of the media, I would like, in the name of Longines and the Strategic Management, to welcome you here in Hampton Classic. For us, it's the first edition for this new partnership, but equestrian sport dates back from 1878. We start with equestrian sport in US already, in the racecourse of New York in 1878, and the first show jumping we did timekeeping in 1926 in Geneva, in Switzerland. And for us to be here is very, very important because we share the same passion about elegance, tradition, and performance. And it is something as Longines and Hampton Classic share today together. We share the same values.
It really looks like what we're going to see is some great jumping out there. I tell you, these hunter riders have been wanting to get out here on this field since last year. They told me that they really like getting out here and galloping and jumping. So I think that we're going to have a great class for you, being presented by Meadowview Farms, one of our local huge supporters of the Hampton Classic, the Riggio family. They've been here for us for years. So we have a lot in store for today. Jump 2 to 3 very well, very straight. Again, the judges are looking for them to stay in the center of the jump. Oftentimes the horses will shift from side to side if they favor a particular side. Keeps a nice forward pace here. Nice through the two stride. As you can see, just a really crisp, this is a classic jump that we look for as judges. Beautiful there. Again, imagine 14 years old. And she's a real competitor. Coming home to the last jump, choosing the higher option. And beautiful job there.
Yes, that was a nice job. Well, let's see if she can better the time of 76.50, which is our leading score.
That score, 76.5, I think she'll definitely is the first one to really go for it on a quality jump to really be able to go to top that score. Let's see what the judges do with this.
We await the judges' decisions.
Well, our scores are in for Mayfair and Ryder Victoria Press. Channel 1 with the high
Wow.
rolled in 89.
There it is, 89 and an 86. Score was 87.5.
Mayfair and our junior competitor, Victoria Press.
Nice job.
How are you?
It's pretty good. It's a good crowd.
Yeah?
Yep, pretty good crowd.
How long have you been in business?
My family, 225 years.
225 years. Oh, it's not a startup.
Yeah.
You want to once you find what you're good at,
I
you
need to stay, yeah, yes.
225 years.
Yeah.
You're saying 30?
No, we had to move from Mount Sinai to Wading River. Always on the island.
We took the entire summer and we've been promoting all the different parts of New York State as part of the tourism campaign. We did rafting in the Adirondacks. We had auto racing at Watkins Glen. We had a freshwater bass fishing tournament up in the North Country. So it's just amazing the selection you have in this state. North Fork, we have great wine tasting and tourism that goes with the wine tasting. So I believe anything you could possibly want to do in terms of vacation, tourist activity, you can do right here in this state. There's no reason to leave New York State, and this is a perfect demonstration of it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You guys. Judy, right here.
My mother's Sicilian, and my father's people from Naples.
Okay. I'm from
Nice to see you.
Follow Dennis.
We're here with Katie McGowan, the Executive Director of Horseability and one of the founders of the Long Island Horse Show series for riders with disabilities. And Katie, tell us just a bit about the series that goes on throughout the summer and what you feel it does for the participants.
Sure. Well, we started the series about 8 years ago, and the riders compete in the fall, the spring, and the summer. And they accumulate points that allows them to qualify for the Hampton Classic Finals.
And what does it mean to them, do you think, to be able to ride here at the Hampton Classic?
Well, it's amazing for them to be at the rated horse shows throughout the year, and then to end that show series at the Hampton Classic is just amazing for any rider, especially our riders who have to work doubly as hard to qualify with their points to get here. It's amazing.
Well, I can tell you, speaking for the Hampton Classic, what it means to us. We're so thrilled to have you here. It really is one of the best days that we have each summer.
We are so appreciative. We're so grateful to be here. Jeanette has welcomed us over the last 8 years, and we're thrilled to be here once again. Thank you.
Well, we're glad, and before I let you go, I have to congratulate you because this year you have a double role, of course. You're a horse show mom, and your daughter Emily was a champion.
Yes, thank you so much. It was a wonderful day. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And here comes our champion. Did you have fun riding here today?
Yes.
And congratulations on winning the championship. We're here with Mr. Kevin O'Connor, President and CEO of Bridgehampton National Bank and the sponsor of today's championship finals of the Long Island Horse Show Series for riders with disabilities. And Kevin, the Hampton Classic, of course, appreciates the support of all our sponsors. And you like to focus in particular on this disability championship final.
Oh, it's just I've been at the bank 6 years, and first year I came out here, I was so impressed. And this is something that we'll always do. You see these the people, how they're the things that they can accomplish. It's incredible.
Welcome to WVVH-TV's live broadcast from the Hampton Classic Horse Show. I'm Ernie Shimizi.
And I'm Scott Evans. We're here for some jumping today, Ernie, and it's day one of the Hampton Classic, well, open week, I should say. We've had our local day on Sunday. Huge draw, great jumping. We had a great Hunter Derby. Now we start with a new class. It's the first day out of here for the jumpers, and I tell you, it's going to be a good one. We have the Hampton Classic Speed Challenge. It's a $20,000 class, and it's what we call faults converted into seconds. In other words, if a rider has a rail down, that will be plus 4 seconds to their time. So it's a speed class, and obviously we want to see them jump a clear round, but those that have a rail or two, or even being able to just stay within that time allowed, that's really what it's all about. But those rails will be converted into faults.
Well, this will be a fast class, obviously.
It will.
Time is of the essence. Running clean is the order of the day, if you can keep those rails up.
Well, now we're seeing on course Lily Keenan and Londinium, and Londinium is one of her top horses. Lily Keenan is certainly no stranger to this field. She's a junior rider, has had incredible success, Ernie, just incredible. Gold medal individual at the Young Riders competition this year in Lexington, Kentucky. A real stylist, but look at this style. It's classic American style, forward, really is trying to stay on her pace. Trainers Andre Dignelli and Patricia Griffith have taken her all the way up from the short stirrup to the ponies, to the junior hunters, jumpers, and now at this level. She's really quite a rider.
Nice time.
And she took a good slice there. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's nice.
57.08, nothing added. Wow.
57.08.
Leading right now.
We
Lily
now have
Keenan.
a new number one. Wow.
And we're talking 16 years old. That's a rider.
Well, isn't this cool? We had a 14-year-old who came out number one, Victoria Press, in our opening day.
Wow.
This is cool.
This is what we like to see. Watching these riders again competing against the professionals and the amateurs, but a rider like that come out and lay it down. Great to watch.
This is going to be a big class, isn't it?
Well, it's an important class.
because these are the classes where our top horse rider combinations get ready for, Hampton Classic weekend. The Grand Prix Friday, the Grand Prix Saturday, and then the really big FDI $250,000 Grand Prix on Sunday.
And I think the most important thing for people to understand is that we're going to see horse and rider combinations today. They maybe show today, Peter, and then they might not show tomorrow. Talk about the strategy of that.
Right, and it is very interesting. McLean Ward will strategically build up his top 2 horses early in the week to see which one he feels is informed to jump Friday, or which 2 he's going to jump Friday.
We have somebody joining us now in the studio. Chelsea Sundias, did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Good. I want to say welcome and congratulations. You're currently the leading Longines rider. Talk about what that means for you.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's so exciting. This is my first time in the Hamptons, and to be the leading rider, it's incredible. I couldn't imagine that.
Talk about your experience here.
It's been great. I can't complain. The weather has been good, really good, sunny.
Even with the rain.
Even with the rain. It's sunny. The people are amazing. It's a beautiful facility. It's really enjoyable to show on grass.
So now we have Matthias Trump and his Grand Prix partner, Casey. Casey was off to a good start. I believe it was yesterday.
Yes.
I think he was 2nd or 3rd in the opening class.
Yeah, he was. Now talk about this gentleman, because, again, some people may not know him.
He's a junior rider, does very well in the equitation. He's been jumping Grand Prix for 2 years already. Trained with the late Barney Ward. Also did some work with McLean. A really, really top young rider, and very focused, very committed to the sport, to horses. He and his sister Emma work together, his older sister, and they do a great job. Casey, originally ridden by his older brother David in the big classes. The reins have been turned over to Matthias. I remember when Matthias was a tiny little boy.
I was just going to say, I remember those days in North Salem. Tiny is right. And look at those legs wrap around those horses.
That was a nice little turn. What's he going to do coming home? He did the 5, and do we have a new leader?
55.
We do.
99.
That was a slick ride. He really won it in the last 3 jumps. The turn on landing over fence 9, the ride to fence 10, and doing the 5 to the last. That was a smart ride.
Well, again, strategy all the way. He was very careful up until that, and then he went for it. Once again, we have a junior rider. I have to just, again, bring us back to that, because that's so impressive.
Do you have to keep rubbing it in,
One
Scott?
more time, my friend. One more time.
The over 50 group, we're getting tired of this.
I'm here with Matthias Trump, and wow, what a round. Talk about what your strategy was on that course.
I started in the beginning of the course just on a nice open rhythm, and I tried to maintain that through the rest of the course. And I tried to just keep all my turns tight everywhere without running too much.
But it really looked like, from where we could watch, from Peter Leone and I, where we were, we thought, you really won it in the last quarter of that round. Talk about that.
I think after maybe the number 7, after the double, the distances really started showing up to me from far away, and I was able to just keep going to all the jumps after that. And down the last line, I was planning on doing 6, and I landed and I saw the leave out, so I just kept on cantering for it.
So talk about what that means, that when you know you've got a pretty fast time at that point and you see it like that, what's that like? How do you have to make that change of plan at the last minute?
It's risk management. It's whether I want to have a slower time and put in the extra step, or if I think I can do it well enough to leave out the step but still have a good jump.
Well, 18 years old, you're stepping into calling this your profession now. Yeah. Tell us about what that means for you.
For me, that means trying to get into the top level classes and try to get rides on the best horses.
Well, I think you're on your way.
Thank you.
Matthias Trump showing us the way here at the Hampton Classic. Stay with us now. We have more action here throughout the week. Back to you in the studio, Peter.
we have Christine McCrae's husband, Jonathan McCrae. Husband and wife team. Jonathan went first in this class on Colorado. Now we have him on Special Lux. Most likely this horse, his sire, is a horse named Lux. Jonathan's had some wonderful victories. Over the years, he was clear in the $1 million Grand Prix that's going to be held next week in Saugerties. He was clear last year in that. This horse is jumping very well.
This is a new ride for him, I believe.
3 actually rode a little forward. Horse has a little bit his own style.
Definitely.
Jumps don't seem to be a problem, it's just the clock. It's got 10 seconds. Should be okay. Good job. That's a nice big horse.
Yeah. Let's see what he does with this jump off.
We've got Kevin Babington in the lead with the 8-year-old mare.
Time to beat 36.431.
Jonathan knows how to be fast. Okay, he did the ad there. That's going to work against him. Given that it's a new combination, maybe he's just going to take it a little bit easy. Does the 9 strides. Good turn on the oxer. Still clear. He's going. I don't understand why he didn't do the 7. He might do the 7 here, though. He's got it.
Wow. 35, 6.32.
Well, other than 1 to 2, he made all the turns and left out the strides and was just super. And as is usually the case with the winner, he met every jump out of the turn coming forward.
Yep.
Didn't meet a single jump holding up, except for number 2.
And I'm here with the winner now, Jonathan McCrae. You put a pressure on everybody. Talk about your strategy, and I know this is a new horse for you.
Yeah, this is his second show that I've had him at. I think it's his 5th class. I knew a little bit about him before I bought him, obviously. He's 9 years old, has enough experience, and has always been a fast horse, so I felt comfortable to give it a shot.
Well, you gave it a shot. Talk about the strategy today, because there was something going on here that we were watching. There were rails pretty much all over the course.
Yeah, I think the time allowed had a little bit to do with it, and people didn't realize how snug the time was, and I think there was quite a few time faults, and people started to realize, so they had to, up the pace, and the mistakes came, and just everywhere. It was a great course.
Now, you watched Kevin Babington. What was your strategy as far as the jump off? Where did you think you were going to have to shave some time?
I was lucky enough to I was first to go in the class with my other horse, and he's generally slow, and I knew to make the time allowed, I was going to do 7 to the last fence in the first round, which I did, so I knew that it was there. I seen Kevin do 8 in the jump off, so I figured if my first horse can do 7, the second one can do 7.
I like that. And what about wife Christine McCrae? I know you also said that was a new ride for her.
Yeah, new horse for my wife. I think it's her 2nd class.
Wow.
With him, and she made some minor small adjustments, and she gave me a scare.
I'd say she gave you a scare. We were calling it on the way home in the last line. I thought, I wonder if she's going to give, as Peter said, did she just give it away to her husband?
She never gives anything away, especially to me.
Yeah, no, especially great riders, great horses. Here at the Hampton Classic, this is what we like to see. Some great times. We wish you the best of luck for the weekend. I know, what are your plans now? You've got Friday coming up.
Tomorrow I'll do Colorado, and Saturday I will do Special Lux.
Great. Well, we look forward to it. And joining us now, Kevin Babington, current Longines leading rider. Just step right in here if you can for us. We want to say congratulations. That moved you right up.
Thank you. A good spot to be in.
It's a great spot to be in. We're proud to have Longines on board. Now, talk about what that means for our sport.
You know, years and years ago, my first Longines class was in Hickstead in England, and I won the King George Cup. So Longines it's a huge sponsor in the sport, and it's just been fantastic. And they've supported us in Europe and here in the States.
And those of us that really follow the sport, we see them now on the Longines Global Champions Tour. We see them involved with the FEI. We know that we can't do it without these sponsors. What does it mean to you as riders?
You know, especially to have such a high-end sponsor like Longines, it's very important, and you know, it's a very expensive sport for us, and to be able to jump for good money day in, day out really helps, and so we couldn't do it without them.
Well, these Irish riders, they do know how to turn on the speed. There's no question about that. Stay with us here for the weekend. I know we've got a lot building up. What are your plans for the weekend?
I have my good horse Mark Q will start jumping the FEI class tomorrow, and hopefully again on Sunday.
Well, we look forward to it. We're going to be watching for you. Stay with us here at the Hampton Classic. Lots of action in store.
McLean has been representing our country in the most difficult of international competitions for 10 years plus now. This year, Rothschild has stepped up and said, McLean, I'm your #1 horse. This is the horse he rode in the Nations Cup at Calgary. This is the horse that he rode in the Nations Cup at Dublin. The same thing for the Nations Cup at Hickstead. I believe he won the Grand Prix of Devon on this horse earlier.
Well, it's the first of the Triple
season.
Crown, remember. That's the first of the Triple Crown. This is the second leg of the Triple Crown, and then the National Horse Show. So we'll see what his strategy is going to be today.
This is a tall vertical uphill out of a short turn. Rothschild and McLean in good form so far. And like you pointed out, we don't really know how tight the time allowed is or isn't, based on Todd's performance.
Again, 84 seconds is the time allowed as we see it right now.
Beautifully ridden. Rothschild jumping very well. Typically this is a good water jumper. He tends to jump quite high over the water. This horse jumps like he has springs in his legs. He has his own style. It's what we call a little long in front, but he knows where his legs are, and he's a careful horse. Todd has 3 jumps from home. Nicely over the 1.57 FTI vertical. Last combination to go. There it is, and the time, how are we?
He's fine. He's 81.35, as you can see on the screen, so within the time allowed.
Beautifully ridden, clear round. McLean, Ward, and Rothschild, one of the USA's top horse rider combinations, 2013. It's something how when a horse rider combination are so good, they go out there, they perform, and it looks so easy.
Exactly. He made that look very easy.
And this course is anything but easy.
Sounding the call as Rothschild comes out on course.
Yes, we have the Sagamore Farm Rothschild entering the arena with McLean Ward. There he canters by. He gets a good look at the FTI vertical. McLean Ward is the only rider to have 2 horses in the jump off. He's asking them to roll the bow on fence number 12, and there goes one of the grounds crew to make sure that that pole is in the cup properly. McLean goes not only first, but he also goes last in this 14-horse jump off. $50,000 purse at stake. Here we go. Good turn on landing. And the 10 got very steady to that vertical, but he's still clear. McLean knows how to go first and put the pressure on the rest of the field. Jumped that beautifully. Now it's another rollback. You really got to keep your balance on this footing. 8 strides to the last, and that's a nice solid clear round.
There it is, 38-40 and clear.
That looked like a good round. Just watching it here on TV, it looks like that could be beat, but you never know. McLean is as fast as they come.
I'm here with the winner now, McLean Ward. Certainly very familiar with this field. Talk about your strategy today with Rothschild.
Well, he felt really good. I knew it was a big jump off, but he's an experienced horse, and I tried to make very tight turns, but not let it all out of the bag, obviously, with the big Grand Prix on the weekend coming.
Team Sagamore, we had quite the group here today. Talk about what it means having your friend Brian Sweeney and that whole gang. Debbie was on camera with us today. It was just great fun.
Yeah, it was great to have him there. You know, the Dolans and Sweeneys have been great supporters of the sport for many years and great supporters of mine. And this is a really special horse, and their family is really growing into the horse sports. And I think it's exciting for them, and it's a real privilege to ride their horse.
Well, and to see the kids cheering for you, cheering for Jonathan Corrigan as well, it's just exciting. And they talk about the short stirrup bring more pressure than watching you.
Yeah, true, you know, and they're kids. I'm almost their kids. But, you know, like I said, they've been great friends first and great supporters of mine. And I'm always very proud to not only ride a horse of theirs, but to win with one.
Well, and this horse show is just as important to them as it is to you. You keep coming back every year. I know you've got your sights set on Sunday. What's in store for tomorrow?
Yeah, we have what we basically call the small Grand Prix tomorrow, but it's still very difficult. We'll jump Grant Road partner Xander, who jumped great today, and then the big class on Sunday, and just one step at a time.
Well, you're wearing the Longines leading rider armband. Talk about what this means for us to have that Longines on board.
Well, I mean, Longines is obviously a wonderful company, and it's an incredible product. And throughout the sport, not just here at the Hampton Classic, but throughout the sport around the world, they have become basically our largest sponsor. And I think it's a great match, you know, horse sports and a fine watch. I don't think you can think of two things that come together better.
No, and it's great to have that sponsorship, but we're going to be cheering you on, my friend, this weekend. Stay with us here at the Hampton Classic for a lot of jumping. Cheering this man on, certainly tomorrow and then again on Sunday.
Hi, my name is Charlie Ferrara. For 20 years, I'd worked for Louis Roeder of Champaign and participated in the Hampton Classic. And I met the most phenomenal people I've ever met in my life. And it was just a wonderful opportunity. And I'd like to thank Champaign Louis Roeder and thank the Hampton Classic for extremely memorable experiences. A votre santé.
And a cheers to Charlie. On behalf of myself, Sergio Zecca with Champagne Louis Roeder, and Jim Velez, we want to thank Charlie for all that he's done for us. He'll never be forgotten. He'll always be remembered.
Drinking champagne.
Thanks, Charlie.
Next chapter.
I am here with a stilt walker at Kids Day. What's your name? Soren. Okay. How long have you been on the stilts today?
Today, since about 10 a.m.
Wow, that's really impressive. When did you learn how to walk on stilts?
I went to Hayground School, which was right across the street, and when I was like 10 years old, we used to have a Caribbean carnival, and they taught me how to walk on stilts for it.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, keep up the good work. You're doing great. I'm here with Nick and Sonia. Can you tell me a little bit about Sonia and what type of a breed she is?
Sonia's an adult female red-tailed hawk.
We love the Hampton Classic!
Classic Saturday edition. It's Grand Prix ring, and it's a $40,000 Longines Cup presented by the Crown family. We have a
great class in store today. Joining me in the studio is Brianne Goutal. Welcome.
Thanks for having me again.
It's always great to have you. You have literally been all over the world since we've seen you last, and this is something, again, that you're very familiar with Longines. You know what they are to our sport. Talk about what this means to you.
You know, we're so lucky to have a company like Longines that's now become very, very involved. They have a long history of being involved with the equestrian world, but as of this past year, they've really made a huge push, and we're really grateful because without the sponsorship, we really struggle, so it's amazing.
Carabas Z, again representing Ireland for his owners here in Stony Brook, Long Island. Equanimity. And as we saw Richie in the jump off, when he gets there, he's fast.
Yeah, if he's in the jump off, you're like you just shared, Scott, he is going to take a shot. He's fast. He's here to try to win. A very experienced rider, a very effective rider, and a very fast rider. Starts the course off with the flowing 6 strides, right on over to this big square Oxer Fence 3. Now the in gate is right there, and you're doing a sharp U-turn right by the gate to this tall Longines plank. Good ride. Big strided horse. He got the 4 strides to the Hermé Oxer very easily. Richie knows his horse. He trusted him over that spooky water. Now the rider has to really organize his horse's stride and balance for these tall verticals, and then it's a scope question to get out. Beautifully done so far. He's 5 jumps from home. Now we have very careful riding question. Tall vertical, incredibly short 3, tall skinny vertical.
Wow, and there you go. Another clear round here.
You know, Catherine started out medium speed, I'd say, maybe a little cautious, trying to have a clear round. And, you know, once she had the rail, she definitely put the pressure on. But I think he'll start off a bit faster than her anyway to really go. So he's still looking to produce a clear round, but he needs to set the pace because Ronan is very, very fast on his horse.
We saw him yesterday.
Yes.
Very fast. Again, for his owners here on Stony Brook, Equanimity. I know he'd like to bring it home for his owners who are here today.
He's medium speed. He's not absolutely running, but he's pretty tidy in his turns, and he's keeping the pace up. Come on, Richie.
Now he's letting a little loose, but remembers to balance.
Coming home, clear, 43.86. There it is. And joining us in the studio, Peter.
On yesterday's big class, the $50,000 Grand Prix qualifier, our course designer explored what questions to ask and what result he would get. Today he asked different questions. I think he's set to ask for a perfect balance tomorrow. A beautiful course, the right number clear.
Well, I think it's exciting because we have a owner here that's located in Stony Brook, Long Island, of Equanimity that Richie Maloney rides for, as you can see on the screen. Again, the time 43.86, only clear in that jump off, really set it. And then again, second with Catherine Passmore in Zaragoza, Ronan McGuigan and his Kapal Zidane, Ashley Baker and H.H. Caratino, BZ Madden and her Vanilla, and Alexa Lowe in November. You know, again, when you look at that, Let's face it.
And this is a tough course. This was a tough challenge today.
Well, another great day of show jumping here at the Hampton Classic. As you can see, it's Longines Day, and this gentleman is wearing a sash, a very important sash, 3-horse jump off, and you really did it today. For your owners here at Stony Brook, this is very special. This is their home show, Richie.
Yeah, it's great. I'm very happy to get a win in a class like this, such a big class, and great competitors, and it's always nice to win here, but a big competition like this means a lot, and for my sponsors to be here watching today, it was great.
That's what we love, being able to win a class here for your sponsors, here today cheering you on. I know you've got your eyes set on tomorrow as well. We wish you the best of luck. For the Longines class today was very, very special win for you. A big congratulations.
Thank you.
But of course, I said, as much as I would love to have a watch, I would really rather have a wonderful donation to the ASPCA, because what that money can do for these animals is truly unprecedented. So these wonderful people wrote a check to the ASPCA for $5,000. Right? And thank you so much. Valerie, come up here, Valerie, with the ASPCA. Valerie Angeli is responsible for the adoption day that we do together. And you know how just good news just breeds more good news? Well, one donation came in, and then Valerie, what happened?
Well, Jill is such a great ambassador for the ASPCA, and she's such a great salesperson in general, just for great causes, and that's why we love her. She's just amazing, and it sort of caught fire with your generosity, which we so appreciate, and we will definitely use to help unfortunate horses across the country, and there are many. Most people are not aware of that, but there are a lot of horse welfare issues that need our help. And after Jill made the announcement that you wonderful people gave us $5,000, another person did, an anonymous donor, and then somebody else promised $15,000.
Hi, I'm Nicole Brewer of Hamptons.com, here with WVVH-TV for the 38th annual Grand Prix Sunday at the Hampton Classic Horse Show. Inside the VIP tent, we find tables covered impeccably, decorations. We even hear Bon Jovi is coming by today. We're going to get the scoop on everything that's happening. Stay tuned. Is this your first time under the ring here?
Oh, absolutely not. No, it's probably, for me, probably number 7 or 8, something like that.
Now, is this how you end out your summer? How do you like it here?
It's a great way to end the summer. You know, I enjoy watching the Grand Prix. My daughter rides, so I come to support my daughter. She doesn't ride in the Grand Prix because she's far too young, but she aspires to, so that's why I come, yes.
Do you ride yourself?
No, I don't. No, I pay.
Here they are, 5-horse jump off, Kevin Babington and Mark Q, Richie Maloney and his Sleevanora, Georgina Bloomberg and Juvina, Ken Farrington and Zafira, and last, rounding out the 5 starters, Brian Goutal and Nice de Percé.
We have a very exciting jump off ahead of us. Kevin Babington, the veteran rider for Ireland, will be leading us off. He's very fast. He knows his horse very well. Richie in top form, another super fast rider.
We better go now. Let's look at that jump off course provided by Longines. Here we are.
It starts over the first 3 jumps again, so the riders will have a chance to gallop right up to fence 1.
ASPCA
then it's probably
jump
inside that oxer, unlike our graphic, to this big triple bar. Probably going to be 6 strides again to the tall, difficult double verticals. Then you make a sharp left turn to a new jump, jump number 15, which is a big oxer. It's a Swedish oxer. Then a gallop to the original fence number 12. That's a vertical on an angle. And then, boy, it's quite a run to the last jump. There's a lot of ground to cover to the big FTI oxer, fence number 7B. We've got Richie Maloney on the very fast Levanora. He's a fast rider. This is a fast horse. He was second, bested only by McLean Ward on Rothschild this past Friday.
Again, the owners here from Stony Brook, Long Island, Equanimity. They've had quite a week here.
Richie very focused. Let's see what he does from 1 to 2. For sure, going inside makes a big difference. When I walked the course, I thought that 8 strides from 1 to 2 would set up the 6 nicely. See what happens. There's 9 strides. 7 strides. Richie clearly using strategy here. He's going for a neat, clear round. He added the stride to fence 2. He added the stride to the double verticals. And now he's 3 single jumps away from a clear round and taking the lead. He's definitely going to be slower than Kevin. Question is, will he have time faults? He's fast.
He's fast. Coming home, clear round. 30, 40.
Wow.
40 seconds even.
Watching on the TV, I certainly got fooled.
Yes.
What a brilliant, brilliant ride.
Brilliant ride. And isn't that the way we want it?
Actually,
Peter?
he was 40.00 seconds,
40 flat.
0.3 of a second faster than Kevin Babington.
And here she is on course now, Georgina Bloomberg and Javina.
She really has nothing to lose. The worst she can be is 5th, right?
Absolutely.
So do you take a shot here, or do you strategically put in a clear?
Well, and again, this is a relatively new horse for her. I mean, she has not really gone to the pedal yet. Let's see what she does.
Right. I'd say the hardest thing for a new combination to do is to go inside to fence 2.
And there it is. She decided to go around, which exactly what you said.
Did the 6 beautifully. Lovely jumper. Georgina, beautiful chemistry with this new mount.
Yes.
Vertical and 2 oxers to go. The crowd cheering her on.
All of them are.
Georgina has a plan, and she's going to do it. She's 1 jump away from a clear round.
Oh, good for her.
Smart
clear.
ride.
44.03.
Smart
She's
ride.
happy. That's a great way to end her riding for the year. Very happy for Georgina and her team. Fantastic. That's what a smile that is. I know that means a great deal to her.
So we have Irish rider Richie Maloney leading the way with 40 seconds flat. Georgina Bloomberg from the U.S. in 2nd place with a medium clear round. And Kevin Babington sitting in 3rd with a fast 4 falter.
And here comes Zafira and Ken Farrington.
This is one of the fastest riders in the world.
Yes, he is. And he has been all over the world this year, representing our country as well as Chef to Keep.
Now, if anything, as Kent matured as a top international winner, he could be accused of going too fast. But let's see what happens.
There's the inside.
There's the 8. Whoa, whoa. 6 strides. Look at the use of his upper body, the way
right
he
there.
influences the horse's arc. Come on, Kent. Did the 9 strides. Come on, Zafira. Come on, Kent.
Gallop. Come on.
Get up. 1 jump away. The timers are very far after the last jump.
There it is.
Come on.
There it is. 38-51.
Kent Farrington, last year's winner, on a different mount, has just jumped into the lead with his careful mare, Zafira. On the beautiful, careful mare, Zafira. Here he comes right towards us.
Well, great, and everybody stays here for the presentation. It's just one of the shows that people enjoy, all the pomp and ceremony.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And cheering
job.
Georgina Bloomberg on, Richie Maloney, Kevin Babington, Brian Goutal.
Excellent day of sport.
Oh, sure is.
Tough but wonderful jumping. And Sagamore Farm has 2 riders in the ribbons, the young Jonathan Carrigan and McLean Ward.
Making that last lap.
There he is. Our winner today, Kent Farrington and Zafira.
Top 3 finishers in today's $250,000 FTI Consulting Grand Prix and FEI World Cup qualifier. On my far left over there is, in some regards, the star of the day, our course designer, Guillermo George. And I know these 3 riders think he's the star of the day. Next to Guy, a longtime competitor here at the Hampton Classic, who announced earlier this summer that the Hampton Classic would be her final horse show before taking a break for maternity leave. And George, what a way to finish. Her first time in this press conference as a top 3 finisher, Georgina Bloomberg. To my immediate left, our reserve champion, the winner of the Longines Rider Challenge, the winner of yesterday's Grand Prix, riding for Ireland, Richie Maloney. This is the 38th year of the Hampton Classic, and prior to today, only 4 riders had ever successfully defended the Grand Prix championship. Joining Rodney Jenkins, Michael Matz, McLean Ward, and Margie Engel is the champion of the 2013 FTI Consulting Grand Prix at the Hampton Classic, Kent Farrington. Host here today, a longtime supporter of this horse show and of our sport, the chairman of FTI Consulting, Mr. Dennis Shaughnessy.
Thank you very much, Marty. Number one, congratulations to Georgina, who we've known for a long time. I don't know how, short of maybe moving 1 chair over, you could have topped, this performance. So it's fantastic. Richie, I thought we were going to have an all-Ireland final for a while, and with a name like Shaughnessy, that wouldn't have been bad. And Kent has had a relationship with our family going way back. I always was kidding him on, like, when am I going to give you a big check? And the last couple of years, he's absolutely earned it and rode magnificently today. We're very proud to be associated with the Hampton Classic. As many of you know, we're involved in a lot of equestrian and other sports events around the world. I have to say that this is the best one-week horse show in the world, bar none. And Jeanette Barth Cohen and her staff are the best that we deal with anywhere in the world in any sporting event. They go out of their way to make us feel, that we're part of the team. They go out of their way to accommodate, any reasonable request and oftentimes some of the unreasonable requests that we may have as sponsors. And again, I think all of us, competitors, sponsors, all the rest of the exhibitors and owners owe Jeanette and her team a great, round of applause. So thank you. As I say every year, FTI is a company that solves very tough problems around the world for companies. They have to trust us to do it. And it's the epitome to get involved in the equestrian world, because I've never seen a sport where you have to have more mutual trust between, obviously, the horse, the athlete and its talent, and the rider and the knowledge and the ability to get the best out of that athlete in a course. So I congratulate the three of you and your fellow competitors. And again, I thank Jeanette, and all our staff for a job well done. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dennis, and thank you for, in football, John Elway was a Hall of Fame quarterback, and he got to be about 37, 38. He had been an all-star year after year after year, never won the big one. And I remember when we sat here a year ago today, you said you had gotten every ribbon we had in this Grand Prix without winning it. John Elway finished his career with 2 Super Bowls. We know you're not finishing your career, but today, as you were watching horse after horse not go clear, did you think you'd be sitting here at this moment?
I actually thought I had a better chance. Without a lot clear, my horse is fast, but not the fastest horse. So it suited me much better that there were 5 in the jump off and not 10. I thought the course actually was something that she could handle because she did a lot of showing in Calgary. So it's very similar style on a grass field with intimidating jumps. So, I hoped it would be our day, and I thought our odds were pretty good despite her being very green.
And Guy, what was going through your mind as horse after horse failed to go clear and we got so late into the course, into the competition?
Well, this is a very important event, a very good prize money, and it's always better when it's a tougher course. I think it brings up the level of the sport and up to the standard of the show. So I made the decision of not increasing the time allowed, and of course we want to have a nice jump off, and for a few riders I was a little bit worried, but I knew a lot of good ones are coming after, and I was hoping that we're going to have this end.
And of course it turned out perfect.
Yeah, I was very happy with the outcome.
Next question. John.
Sorry. We're here to wrap up quite a week here. Jeanette Barthcone, I don't know the gods that you speak to, but 4:30 this morning, I think all of us were up hearing the lightning around here, and we were nervous, but the field held up. What a week. This staff here at the Hampton Classic, unlike any other. Our sponsors, Dennis, thank you so much for everything. Riders, what a week it was. Georgina, congratulations. Richie, fantastic. Kent, you did it. Congratulations.